Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the Kent State Ice Arena. Shaker Heights is beginning their OHSAA playoff run against the Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, or NDCL Lions, as we'll typically be referring to them throughout this game. NDCL had that play-in game just a couple of days ago. NDCL had to take on the Aurora Green Men, in which NDCL came away with a 4-1 victory against the 17-16 seed in that play-in game. We also saw the 15 and 18 seeds take on each other, and now we are here for the very first round of the OHSAA tournament, in which Shaker Heights will be participating. With a win here, they are expected to play Hudson tomorrow. If they win there, then they play University School. It's going to be a tough road for Shaker Heights to make their way into the Kent District Final, but Shaker Heights has been able to compete against some tough teams. However, Shaker Heights did have a heartbreak of a loss in their last event. They played last weekend against the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. Shaker Heights had the 3-0 lead in the first period. It was a lot of momentum over to the Red Raiders, but throughout the second and third periods, they gave up 3 more goals. It was tied at 3-3, and in the third overtime period, Shaker Heights ended up losing it in, again, what would be a heartbreak of a loss. They ended up losing in that semifinal round of the GLHL Cleveland Cup. Walsh Jesuit then went on to lose to Gilmore Academy in overtime in the GLHL Cleveland Cup final. So Gilmore Academy will be your Cleveland Cup champions this season, but Shaker Heights wants to prove that they can still be one of the top GLHL teams, and hopefully they can make their way forward to maybe even play Gilmore Academy, but that's way down the road if they were to beat University School. But their trip starts here against the NDCL Lions, a team that Shaker is expected to beat by a hefty amount. We'll see if they're able to get the job done. Shaker Heights with a roster size double NDCL's 22 players versus 11, and we're going to send you down as now we're going to get the rink announcements from the scorer's table. Vaughn, all I'm on the call. Let's get you down there. And after the anthem of the nation, we are set for the very first game in Shaker's run of the OHSAA Kent District Tournament. Shaker Heights last season was able to make it all the way into the finals, but lost to University School 8-1. Your one Shaker Heights goal coming from Ryan Kiltz. We'll see if he can get another one here today, but today our puck in the net picks are going to be as follows. I decided to go with Eamon Fuhrer. I believe he'll get a shift. In the last time actually Shaker Heights had a first-round game, it was Eamon Fuhrer able to pop one against the Orange Lions, so I think today he's going to get one against the NDCL Lions. For our cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum, he believes that Joey Moore is going to be able to pop a couple, and our injured man of the Red Raiders running the film camera over there today, Teddy McGinnis, went with another fellow defenseman, Cole Richard. We'll see if any three of those guys are able to get those puck in the net picks going for us. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. And today, your roster going to consist of only 9 players for NDCL. We had a roster size of 11, but 2 of those guys not actually out there and dressed. So it's going to be Colin Arth to take the face-off, and he's going to win this back to the Red Raiders, but immediately it's taken over by Patrick O'Brien, the senior of NDCL, immediately stolen away by Andy Benincasa. 15 minutes up on the clock. Let's see if Shaker can get something set. Early on in the period, Shaker needs to rebuild that confidence after the disheartening loss. We'll see what Cole Richard can do as he snaps a shot on net, that time to number 1, Nate McClellan, the sophomore goaltender, making the early save. With 14:41 left to go in the first period, we're going to have a face-off over there on the NDCL side. Now, since the new year, NDCL has been on quite of a winning mentality of late. They have won their last 3 games, including that one in the neutral site here in Kent State. Here, a quick shot makes its way in. That one tipped in. And I'm not exactly sure who that's going to be credited towards. I believe it's going to be Sebi Juan, and indeed it's going to be. So Shaker Heights takes their first goal 23 seconds in. They have the lead. It's 1-0. As that one tipped its way in behind McClellan's, the sophomore unable to make the sophomore save against Sebi Juan. Shaker winning this one back into the Red Raider side of things. 14.5 left to go in this first period of play. Benincasa sends this one up to Axel Schneider, but he takes a tumble along the near side boards. NDCL with a quick turnover back to Joey Moore in the neutral zone. Joey Moore working his way into the high slot. He's going to leave this one to his defenseman, Cole Richard, snapping this shot. It's going to go off the stick of Juan. He was looking for goal number 2, but this one soars up and into the netting. 14-15 to go in the first. Not even a full minute into this one yet. Shaker with the 1-0 lead, though the scoreboard does not reflect it just yet. We'll see if either the scoreboard operators are struggling or if it was actually taken off. And no, now we'll get the update on the board. Here, quick shot, kick save, secondary chance for Lowell Rich, and now here's an opportunity. That time for Aiden Salmon, he's able to find the 5-hole. Shaker already on the 2-0 lead. Not even a full minute in, Shaker up 2. 50 seconds into this one. Let's see if Shaker can keep it rolling in the next couple seconds. Here, face-off one back into the NDCL side. Ryan Kiltz, however, going to win the race there. He's going to take a little quick shot, goes wide into the far side boards. Lowell Rich now takes it over, looking for someone to pass it over to. Kiltz eventually is going to swipe it over, wraps it around the boards, finds Lowell Rich. Rich banks it back to Kiltz behind the net of McClellan. Now Lowell Rich looking for a wraparound opportunity, unable to get it going as Nick Davis is right on him like glue. Here's Braden White taking the rip at it, and a perfect shot into the top left corner, and Shaker extends that lead to 3. Not a whole lot of cheering, but I'm going to try to keep this one amped up. And you know Colby Mayhew going to be running a mile here today. 3-0, Shaker Heights with the early lead. And we'll see what happens now. We already got the freshman line, the 4th line of forwards out. On defense, it's Elliot Hanna, and it's Dylan Ursepke. Wrapped around the boards, it'll find Dylan Ursepke. Ursepke sends it up to Ian Schneiberg. Schneiberg almost taking a tumble that time, but he'll stick with it as the freshman Max Brokaw is beaten by a good defensive effort that time from Colin Krajnak. And it's sent down the length of the ice. Icing going to be waved off as it's picked up. Elliot Hanna holds it to the left side of Michael Better, but now it's sent up to the freshman forwards. 3-on-1 developing for the Red Raiders. Here comes Max Brokaw looking for a centering feed. He's got nothing, so he'll take the shot, and the save made by Nate McClellan. 3-0. Shaker Heights with the lead. 13:05 to go in this first period of play. Here comes Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan, Cullen Arth to get the first line forwards back out. On defense remains the freshman and sophomore Ursepke and Hanna. Here, face-off handled by Lenahan as it's sent into the near side corner boards of the attacking zone. Arth drops it off, still with Lenahan. He'll continue to handle it, but in the slot it's stolen away here by the Lions, who immediately turn it right back over to Colin Arth. Arth unable to center it back to Mayhew. Here NDCL hangs on, whiffed pass back into the neutral zone, picked up by Arth eventually. And along the near side, Elliot Hanna takes the turnover along the blue line of the attacking zone here. NDCL going to clear it out. It's held for now by Luke Miller, who clears this one on net. There's NDCL's first shot as we are 2.5 minutes into this game. Here, sent up. That time it was Ursepke trying to dump it in, unable to keep it moving, but it's actually kept in at the point for now by Arth, but now Lenahan takes it. He's looking for a shot. No, he gives it to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew looking for a wraparound, tries to hit it off the back of the skate of McClellan, but instead NDCL will take it. They'll clear it down. Icing going to be waved off as it hit off of Cole Richards set up there at the point. Here along the near side, Lincoln Goldstein gives it off to Max Brokaw. Brokaw finds Eamon Fury. Fury taking it up the far side. And it looks like this one just barely going to be whistled off sides as Lenahan and Fury were trying to make their way in. And now already we're seeing Marios Kalergis get the call to enter into the crease for the Red Raiders. Kalergis going to add to his minutes here early on. Here's Richard on the shot, and it goes wide. Fury was looking for the tip back in, and it looks like it was still loose, but the referee blew this one dead with 11.5 to go in the first period. Shaker's still with the lead. It's 3-0. Here along the far side, Eamon Fury trying to take it over. Brokaw going to have it tipped up and back into the neutral zone. It lands on the stick of Lincoln Goldstein. The freshman gives it off to the other freshman, Brokaw. Brokaw to Lazar. Lazar trying to keep it moving forward, but number 11, Clara Sturger, moves it away. Now here a pass over cross ice to Eamon Fury, picked up by Napton. But Shaker takes it back in the neutral zone. Here Lazar with a weak shot. Brokaw going to find it in the corner. Centers it back over to Lazar. Poked away by McClellan. And NDCL working to clear it away. Kept in for now. Now into the high slot by Brokaw. Shot save made by McClellan. Joey Moore now handles it along the far side boards. Wraps it around. Tries to find Lazar. Lazar up against Sturjar for now. But now it's sent all the way down the length of the ice. Marios Kalergis making the easy save. He'll leave it to his captain, Andy Benengasa. Benengasa takes it along the far side, leaving it to Sebi Juan. Juan moving it in, looking for a good shot, but he's eventually swarmed by 5 Lions, making just about a circle around him, and he's forced to give this one up. Now back in the Red Raider zone, Cam Mayhew off of Joey Moore gives it Sebi Juan. Juan and Axel Schneider work their way in. Juan creates a 2-on-0. Axel Schneider with a shot right into the pad. Gives another save to the stat sheet for McClellan. So Axel Schneider fishing it back out along the near side boards. Wraps it around, takes a big hit along the near side. And NDCL takes it and clears it away. Icing waved off. 10 minutes to go in the first period of play. 3-0 your score. Joey Moore takes it, leaves it to Axel Schneider. Schneider keeps it moving forward. Joey Moore tries to deliver it back to Schneider. He's not able to make the play. Here's Juan. Juan leaving it to the point. Back over to Juan. And Juan will lose this one over to number 19, Patrick O'Brien. But here's a shot, goes wide from Braden White, who already has one. Here's Axel Schneider picking it back up in the high slot, moving it into the face-off circle. The shot, stick save made. Joey Moore trying to pick it back up in front of the crease, unable to make it happen. NDCL takes it, chucks it down the length of the ice. Icing will be the call on the Lions. So now face-off back in their own zone. Brokaw, Lazar, Schneiberg back out as forwards. Defensive pairing going to be Ersepke and Hanna. Face-off. Bit of a tie up here. Who's going to take it out? Eventually it's Max Brokaw. Brokaw leaves it to the point for Hanna. Hanna tries to deliver it back up to the other freshman, Lazar. It won't work out. NDCL has a little bit of a rush going here, but O'Brien takes it in, and Nick Davis was offsides already as he tried to work it in. 9:06 left to go in the first period of play. 3-0 Shaker with the lead. Max Brokaw winning this face-off back. Elliott Hanna to the far side, finds Ersepke. Ersepke back up to Brokaw. Brokaw loses it along the blue line. Lazar now going to fish it out. Tries a shot, but it's blocked that time by number 8, Colin Krajnak. And so Ersepke waits to take it in. Eventually they're onside, tries to flip this one back over to Ian Schneiberg, unable to pop that one in to the top left corner. Now this pass goes awry. Shaker needing to clear all the way back as they retreat into their own zone. 8:35 left to go in the first period of play. 3-0 your score. To the far side, here's Ersepke, leaving it Schneiberg. Schneiberg, the senior, eventually going to force it out of the zone. And now here Lazar, eventually with a second effort, getting it free to Max Brokaw. Brokaw with 3 Lions chasing him from behind. Schneiberg will take it away from him. And NDCL eventually has a loose puck along the near side corner boards. Will they clear it out? Indeed they will, right into the Red Raider bench as everyone ducks for cover, as we'll get the whistle with 8:07 left to go in the first period. 3-0 Shaker Heights with the lead. 3 more goals and we go to running clock, so Shaker Heights halfway there. Here it's handled by Aiden Salmon out in front of the crease. Now it's wrapped back around Aiden Salmon, going to free it out to the blue line, but it'll get past Ryan Kiltz, who was set up there at the point. Now over to Cole Richards. Shaker Heights without a lot of momentum these past couple of minutes. We'll see if they can get right back on the scoreboard. It'll take a moment though. Here Goldstein wraps it around the boards. It's going to be Clara Sturjar against Aiden Salmon. And it's freed out to Kiltz. Kiltz to Lowell Rich. Rich is just on his own against McClellan, and he'll top it off in the top right corner off the backhand. Good shot from Lowell Rich, and Shaker Heights is back on the scoreboard with a Lowell Rich goal. That was a nice, nifty shot. He slowed things down and just popped it right into the corner. Beat McClellan on his glove side. So now We're halfway through this first period. Shaker Heights with a 4-0 lead. Pass up to Eamon Fury. Fury going to dump this one in as Sturjar was pressuring him from behind. Here, face off right out in front. Was looking to Isaac Lazar, unable to get the shot away. Here it's tipped back out in front. Eamon Fury with a secondary chance, just trying to stuff it in past the pad. But instead, Max Brokaw holds it behind the net. He'll free it back out to the point. Here goes to Benincasa. Benincasa looking for a shot. No, he tried to send a cross ice feed to Max Brokaw. Won't work out. It'll be cleared past Cam Mayhew. Mayhew now holds on from the red line of center ice, works his way in past the blue line, makes a man fall down to the ice. Cam Mayhew centering feed back to Fury. He's unable to get the shot away. So back to Benincasa we go at the point. Back into the corner. Isaac Lazar off the backhand, a little bit of a weak shot. Brokaw was there for the rebound, though it slid right past him. Brokaw centering it back. He'll take the shot, and it's tipped up and over the crossbar. Still in play. Eamon Fury getting there first in the corner, trying to center it back over to Lazar. But he's got a bunch of Lions around him. Here Benincasa with a shot, hits the stick out in front. Lazar trying to find a secondary chance to Max Brokaw on a slot pass, but won't work out. NDCL trying to clear their zone. And this pass goes right to the stick of Ryan Lenahan, who's fresh off the bench. He's in the attacking zone all by his lonesome. Eventually Benincasa going to get there to try and leave it to Lenahan. Lenahan over to Mayhew. Mayhew on the shot. Save made. Nate McClellan. Mayhew back behind the net. He tries a backhand shot, and it goes right past the crease of McClellan. Here, Benincasa leaving it at the point for Arth. Arth desperately trying to keep it in at the blue line. Gives it Benincasa. Benincasa back to the point. This shot, and chest save made by Nate McClellan, keeping it a 4-goal game. Shaker Heights with the lead. First line forwards remain out. It's going to be Ersepke and Hanna on defense. Arth on the wing, Lenahan on the wing. It's going to be Mayhew to take this face-off up against Josh Hollabaugh. And it's one back over to Ersepke, the freshman under pressure behind the face-off dot. And eventually Lenahan going to try to take it. He'll bank it off the far side boards, leaving it to Mayhew. Mayhew trying to center it back to Arth for a good shot. Not able to make it work. Lenahan with a shot of his own. And save made by McClellan. 5:25 left to go in the first period. Here Lenahan back to Arth. He's wide open for the shot, and he'll beat the left pad of McClellan. Shaker extends that lead. It's now 5-0. $5:20 left to go in the first period. One more goal to running clock. Face-off sent back to Braden White. White banking it off the far side boards. His intended target was Eamon Fury. But Fury, even with the physical effort along the far side boards, won't get it back until a second effort. And now here he comes across the blue line, leaving it over to Max Brokaw and make all this one offsides. So yeah, Brokaw, Schneiberg, and Fury are your forwards. On defense for now, it's going to be White and Goldstein. Brokaw to take this face off. He'll win it back to the winger Schneiberg. Schneiberg taking it to the near side. He'll leave it with White. White up to Goldstein. Goldstein loses it along the red line of center ice, but he'll take it back. And now he's maybe going to look for his first varsity goal as he works his way in, but he'll take a tumble, and the puck will go on net for McClellan to hang on and get the whistle. 4:51 to go in this first period of play. Around the boards, eventually behind the net of McClellan. It's handled by Schneiberg. Schneiberg looking for that pass out in front, or maybe he's going to look for a shot of his own. Eventually that pass back to Braden White is poked away by Nick Davis, and it clears all the way back into the Red Raiders side. Here, pass up finds Max Brokaw. Brokaw going to wait and now move it forward. A good stick lift will take the puck away from him, but now he's going to create another chance and try to flip this one on net. Good save made by McClellan, and it's taken out by the Lions. Right now it's with Luke Miller. Miller sends it cross ice. It's with Krajnak. Krajnak trying to beat Braden White. It'll hit off of the stick of Braden White, and it's back in the possession of the Red Raiders. Here Moore leaving it over to Schneiberg. Schneiberg unable to keep it moving forward, but now Brokaw. Brokaw to Goldstein. Goldstein looking for that pass out in front, back to Joey Moore, unable to connect. Here Sepke looking for the shot. He's not going to take that pass. Brokaw takes the shot. Save made by McClellan. 5-0 remains your score. 3:52. Oh. Or excuse me. That one went in. I didn't see that. Went through the 5-hole. Shaker Heights extends that lead back to 6-0. I didn't see that one went in. Shaker Heights not celebrating like they typically would in a tournament game, except for this is their first game of the tournament, and they're already leading 6-0, and that one sneaks in 5-hole as well. Well, there's my good old father's puck in the net pick. Jeffrey Ellum picked Joey Moore, and he's going to be able to get that one, so shout out to Jeffrey Ellum as he extends the lead up. It's now 7-0. 3:20 to go in the first period. Overall, 4 years that I've been commentating, I don't think I've seen a game quickly get this high scoring. I don't think we've ever seen running clock in the first period. Here it's left with Joey Moore. Moore snipes it into the back of the net. It's 8-0. Well, if you didn't know, Shaker is playing like the better team here today. And don't worry, there is running clock. 2:40 left to go in this first period of play. You got to play 2 periods. And if there's a 10-goal deficit after the first 2 periods, we're done. Here, Benincasa hangs on. He'll send it to the near side for Cole Richard. Richard looking for that pass back. He'll find Benincasa. Benincasa holding on for a moment, giving it back over to the sophomore, Richard. Richard back Benincasa. And Shaker just playing a little bit of keep away right now, trying to kill a little bit of time. Now Cole Richard hangs on, and he'll skate it up the far side. Here comes Cole Richard, looking to get McGinnis that puck into that pick if he can, but now he'll retreat, give it back to Fury. Fury takes a rip at it, and a good tip by Lazar, but the save made by McClellan. Here Richard holds it along the far side boards. Lazar joining the play. It's freed out to the point once more. Eamon Fury took a shot at it, but it was tipped and went wide. Here Ian Schneiberg holds on, frees it to the point. Andy Benincasa will try to take a flip at it. It's kept out by the stick of Clara Sturjar. The defenseman sticking to Isaac Lazar here. And now that pass back to Lazar is handled by Luke Miller. Miller can catch him on a 3-on-2 rush, but instead of poke check, gives it back over to Eamon Fury, who will once again lose it to Luke Miller. But they're unable to clear it out of their zone for right now. Here, Eamon Fury keeping it in. Isaac Lazar. Lazar with a good deke move and pops it in on the top of the net, right under the crossbar. Move this score 9-0. 70 seconds left to go, but the clock ticking as we speak. We'll see if Shaker Heights can already make it a 10-goal game. Face off one back to the near side. Handled for now. Ryan Kiltz trying to fish it out from the near side. He's looking for that pass to center it over. He'll find Lowell Rich, who's already got a goal in this one. Rich unable to stick to it. Now here Kiltz with another turnover in the neutral zone. Cam Mayhew hangs on for now, looking for the pass. It'll go past Ryan Kiltz, but eventually Lowell Rich gets back to it. He's looking for a centering feed back to Aiden Salmon. He has his man, but it went right through his stick. Here's a shot and a glove. Now 5-hole save by McClellan. 20 seconds left to go. We'll see if the referees get this quick face-off along the far side dot. Now 10 seconds left to go. Shaker going to take a quick rip at it maybe, assuming they win this face-off. And right now it's actually handled by Davis. And NDCL going to take the time to clear it out. And we will get the icing waved off. We'll see. Do we have an intermission here? I believe we should. And it looks like no intermission. As both teams just going to talk things over, we're going to have a very brief break between the two periods. Shaker Heights up 9-0. And we will be back for the call of the second period, which should just be about it, the way this game has been going. Vaughn Ullum on the call here from the Kent State Ice Arena. We will be right back. Well, it's never too late for a comeback, says the NDCL Lions. They right now down by 9 as we still technically have 2 minutes to go in this second period. Looks like we're maybe going to have a new goalie, but for now, Shaker Heights, yes, they have been dominant, and I don't think there's any question about that, especially on the scoreboard with a 9-0 lead. Shaker Heights, with their shots attempted, they've gone 28 versus 1 in that first period, 25-1 in the shots on goal. Face-offs, a little bit more respectable. It was 15-7, but of course, Shaker still had him more than doubled up. We'll see if Shaker Heights can continue the dominant performance here in the second period. We'll be having running clock throughout this entire second period. NDCL's goaltender right now with a 75% save percentage. Is that right? Shots on goal 25, goals 9. Yeah, 75%. That can't be right. We just did that math. That makes no sense. Our stat man, he's a theater major, not exactly his expertise. He tried with the calculator. He couldn't really find it. But regardless, we're just here for a little bit of fun. We'll see how this second period turns out. Shaker Heights already up by 9 goals. We'll see if they can keep it going. Yeah, I was looking over the NDCL schedule, doing the research for this pregame, and I said, oh my goodness, they tied Gilmore Academy. This NDCL team is a real deal. Shaker Heights might have a lot of trouble. But then I looked, and it was the JV team of Gilmore Academy, and that's, of course, a very different story. They tied them 3-3 on January 4th for a home game. And so that explains why it was an even result at the end of the night. But now Shaker Heights looking for a decent second period. We'll see if they can cap this one off and take this one home with a win and cruising easily against Hudson tomorrow. Right now, Ersepke hangs on along the near side corner boards. The freshman taking it out. He tries to free this one up to Eamon Fury. It's going to get right past his stick. Fury trying to create that turnover back in the neutral zone. But it looks like for now it's handled by Luke Miller. Miller drops it back over to Sturgar. Sturgar almost creates that turnover back over to Max Brokaw or Eamon Fury. Now Dylan Ersepke sends it around the board. Max Brokaw gets there first to the loose puck in the corner, swarmed by 3 Lions. Eventually Ersepke handles it, but oh, here's a good rush now for Luke Miller, though he's poked away immediately by Elliot Hanna. Hanna tries to give it back over to Brokaw. Right now, you're seeing some of the more inexperienced players out there for the Red Raiders, though they still have been able to have a solid performance so far. Here, Ersepke looking for his first goal on the campaign, though he'll lose the puck in between the skates of Colin Krajnak. Lowell Rich here taking it back, looking for the double-digit goal. Behind the net, he's going to try a Michigan, and it won't work out. Lowell Rich trying a Michigan move here, but instead it's going to go the other way for Luke Miller. Miller sending this one on net, and a stick save made by Marios Kalergis. Well, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, try to make it a fun contest. But that time just not going to work out. The only time I actually ever saw a high schooler try to do that was Tyler Lensuitz back in freshman year during his senior night against Holy Name. And he actually did pop it into the net. Here, a glove save made by Marios Kalergis. He's going to free this one out to Cam Mayu. But yeah, that time that Lensuitz tried it, he actually did get it into the top of the net, but they called it off because the net was out of place. It was very unfortunate for all of the fans in attendance. They thought they really saw something crazy. Lensuitz did, however, continue to have a crazy performance throughout the season. He, of course, won a lot of awards for his performance that season. And, of course, Shaker Heights was able to beat US that season at home with a phenomenal performance of Tyler. And now we hope that he's doing the best. Right now, shots on goal for the second period. NDCL is technically leading 2-0, but we'll see. Shaker Heights should be able to get this one back for themselves. Here, Aiden Salmon passing this one right up to the point. NDCL shot, save made. Oh my goodness, 3 shots on goal for NDCL. They have the lead, 3-0. Here, Aiden Salmon taking up the near side, can create a 2-on-0 rush, but instead a good poke check off of one of the Lion back checkers will end the threat. Here, Kilt's taken down to the ice along the far side. No call. Here in the neutral zone, it's stolen away by Goldstein. Goldstein leaves it up to Kiltz. Kiltz tries a centering feed back to Rich. Rich unable to send it on net as it's sent away. Orsepke leaves it Rich. Rich skating back in his red Raider side. Here, pass up Goldstein. Goldstein leaving it to Mayu, and that's going to be offsides as the Red Raiders try to take that one in. Here it's going to be Fury, Lazar, and Brokaw, 2 freshmen and a senior, back out as forwards. Defense going to remain Orsepke and Hanna. Here, Hanna had taking it off the faceoff, working his way in. Pass number 17, Josh Hollova, trying a centering pass, but it's picked up by Clara Sturjar. And here a clearing attempt goes past the stick of Elliot Hanna. It's going to go just wide of the net of Kalergis. Orsepke, first man there. Sends it around the boards. Brokaw now to Lazar. 2-on-2 rush. We'll see if Eamon Fury is able to get anything going as he works his way in. He tried a shot, but Sturjar blocks that one. Now Eamon Fury unable to make a play out of it as it's handled by McClellan. 10:47 left to go, and the clock continues to keep on ticking down. 9-0 the current score between the Red Raiders and the Lions of NDCL. Shaker with the lead. Isaac Lazar to take this face off, and he'll win it back to the defenseman Hanna. Hanna with a rip at it, and it goes wide. What did you mean, new goals? What did you mean, new goals? That happened 2 minutes into the first period. Maybe if you listen. What? 10 minutes to go in this second period of play. Elliot Hanna and Dylan Orsepke hop off. Braden White and Andy Benincasa come out on defense. Here, Eamon Fury with a good chance on the shot. Save made. Secondary chance. He's unable to get it through. This one cleared on net to Marios Kalergis. Mark another shot on goal for NDCL. Braden White holds onto it behind the net of Kalergis, and now he'll skate this one up to Eamon Fury. Fury turns this one right over, though Benincasa takes it right back and banks it off the near side boards. He was looking to go in stride to his man Isaac Lazar. Here Eamon Fury now takes it up past the red line of center ice. Stolen away by Luke Miller. Sturjar trying to clear it out of the zone. Here's Braden White who tries to wrap it back. Davis handles. Braden White with an outstretched arm keeps it in, but a secondary effort by Davis will clear it away. Benincasa holds it in the Red Raiders side of the ice, and now he's going to skate it up past his own blue line, looking for a pass. He's just going to dump this one down the ice and hop off for a change. Brokaw up against Sturjar. Sturjar able to clear it, though she's met immediately by Ryan Lenahan. Here another shot on net for NDCL as Miller sent that one right to the pad of Kalergis once again. Here's Cam Mayu. Mayu sent it up to Lenahan, and now Brokaw leaves it to Lenahan. Lenahan's skating it up past the defenseman. He was looking for a centering feed, though it'll hit off of a skate of a Lion in front. Here from the point, pass out in front to Lazar. Lazar to Brokaw. Brokaw doesn't take the shot at it, gives it back up to the point. for Cam Mayhew. Mayhew to Richard. Richard works his way in, eventually takes the shot, and the save made. As Brokaw leaves it back to the point once more. Cam Mayhew on the shot. Save is made by Nate McClellan. And now it looks like Shaker going to go with a new fresh set of 5. Or excuse me, fresh set of 4, as Linehan going to stay out. On defense, it's going to be Ersepke and Goldstein. Forwards going to be Arth, Mayhew, and Linehan. Mayhew to take the face off. He's going to win it back to the point for Goldstein. Goldstein wraps it around. Linehan hangs onto it for now. The 3 Lions take it away. Dump it down the ice. 7:45 left to go in this second period of play. This one's sent down the length of the ice by the Red Raiders. Icing going to be waved off. And here at the point of the NDCL defensive zone, eventually it's sent into the neutral zone for Arth to eventually take it. He's going to send it back to his defenseman, Ersepke. Ersepke to the near side, finds Mayhew. Mayhew dekes around one man. And here Lenahan's going to take it in the slot, take the rip at it. Pad save made by McClellan once more. 9-0 your score. Here a shot from Ersepke. And oh, it looks like that one snuck in. The freshman, Dylan Ersepke, with goal number 1 on the campaign, went under the arm. And so congrats to Dylan Ersepke for the first goal of his long varsity career. Shout out 22. Maybe Goldstein's going to be able to get one. Maybe Schneiberg as well. We'll see Fury if he's able to pop one. Just a couple of people that don't typically find the score sheet. We'll see if they can. So 10-0 now your score. We have to play 2 full periods, and then this one, if the 10-goal lead holds, we would have a mercy rule situation. Here, Schneiberg sends it back. He was looking for Lazar in the center, but it'll go right past him in the slot. Here, taking it back is Lazar. Lazar centering it over to Schneiberg. Schneiberg shot saved by McClellan. 6:06 to go in the second period. Schneiberg trying to give it back up to the blue line, and it's kept in for now. Back to Lazar. Lazar centering feed over to Fury. Goes right past his stick. Can they clear it out? Oh, yes, just past Ersepke. But Ersepke taking it back in the neutral zone. Oh, now he's beaten by number 17, Hollabaugh. And here's the shot save made by Kalergis. Goldstein takes it over and finds Lazar off the far side boards. He's skating it in, looking for that centering pass, but it'll hit off a skate of a Lion in front. Fury keeping it in for now, but a second effort takes it out. NDCL looking for their first goal of the game. Here across ice feed, we'll find Cam Mayhew. Mayhew looking for a goal this time to try and get 11. Here centering feed over Goldstein, and he's unable to pop that one on net. Goldstein going to try it again, and now he went for the pass instead of his own shot. That time to Schneiberg, trying to get the senior one last good look. And now this one clears out of the zone. Winning the race there is going to be Cam Mayhew. Mayhew hangs onto it for a second. He's got Lowell Rich over to his left side. Elects not to pass it to him, but instead to Elliot Hanna as this one goes down the length of the ice. Icing will be called on the Red Raiders. 10-0 your score. Looks like Shaker Heights might get out of this one before 6 o'clock. Make it one of our shortest broadcasts of all time. Only 50 minutes has gone this broadcast, or I suppose 51 and a little extra. But yeah, 4.5 left to go on the second period, and keep in mind, running clock. So it's going to be exactly 4:20 now left to go in the second period. Here's Axel Schneider looking for a chance at a goal. He'll take it behind the net now, pass it back up to the point. Here Cam Mayhew leaving it. Back Schneider. Schneider tripped up. No call. Cam Mayhew centers it over Joey Moore. Moore looking for the shot at it. He won't take it. Here's Cam Mayhew creeping his way in from the slot. He'll take the shot, and it goes wide. Here's another chance. And did that one sneak its way in? I don't believe so. McClellan on the save with less than 4 minutes to go in the second period. Well, Shaker Heights, after this one, I believe we're going to have another game here at the Kent State Ice Arena. It's going to be Mayfield and Nordonia. Winner of that one takes on Gilmore Academy tomorrow. There's going to be 4 straight games here at the Kent State Ice Arena tomorrow before this high school tournament. Of course, in the other regions as well, we have games taking place. I believe today we're having games out in Columbus and the Brooklyn region taking place. I believe Bowling Green is the one that doesn't. I might have that a little mixed up, but I believe that's the case. Also in this round, we're going to be seeing Orange and Solon play each other. Winner of that playing Kenston. And then Chagrin Falls and Stowe Monroe Falls. A little battle of the falls there. They're going to play together tomorrow morning. Winner of that plays Kent Roosevelt. Here NDCL looking for a shot on goal. Ooh, nifty little glove save by Marios Kalergis with 2:40 to go in this second period. But again, Shaker Heights with a tough road down this OHSAA tournament. If they win here and win tomorrow, it's going to be University School on Tuesday. A team that no one really ever wants to face here. Cam Mayhew on the shot. It's tipped up and into the glass. Cam Mayhew going to try to get it back, but it looks like the Lions are going to be able to clear it away. Oh, Eamon Fury keeps it in, wraps it around for Sturjar to take. Her wraparound is intercepted by Schneiberg. Schneiberg trying to deliver it back to Fury. Can't really find his man here. One-time shot by Cam Mayhew. Save made. And now it's cleared down. They were looking to Luke Miller. It's out of his reach. And just under 2 minutes to go. Shaker with the 10-0 lead. Now down to 100 seconds left to go. Shaker Heights looks like they're going to be calling this one early with 90 seconds to go. Here face-off taken into the slot. NDCL going to be able to clear it with Luke Miller getting a nifty little move around Ian Schneiberg. Cam Mayhew taking it back to trying to find Eamon Fury. Fury unable to really keep with it. There another turnover in the neutral zone as Shaker Heights' Elliot Hanna takes it. He's going to look for maybe a chance of his own. Here's Cam Mayhew, though. He's sent a lot on net. And here, glove save made. He fumbled it for a minute, but he's able to stick to it. Nate McClellan on the save. Now we're under a minute left to go in the second period, and what should be the game, unless NDCL pulls off their first goal. And again, yeah, Shaker Heights going to get this one done in less than an hour, which we have not seen in years. Here, Goldstein off the face-off, going to take it into the backhand, and he gets his first goal of his varsity career. Nifty little move around the left side of McClellan. Bartley saying you got to stay out there as now the score turns 11-0 with 20 seconds remaining. Here, Goldstein tries to take it off the face-off once more. Instead, it's given up to Cam Mayhew. Mayhew trying to connect with Eamon Fury. He's held up along the near side boards. Fury trying to send it back into the slot. It's sent around the boards, though, and NDCL clears it away as this one concludes, and Shaker Heights takes the win at 11-0. They handle business just as they needed to, and they proved that they are the team that deserves to play the Hudson Explorers tomorrow afternoon at 3:15 will be your set puck drop. So thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker Heights with another dominant performance in their first round of the OHSAA District Tournament. Shaker Heights taking the win here against the Lions of Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. They won it 11-0. And here's the stats before we sign off. 36-9 in your shots on goal, 42-9 in shots attempted. So if NDCL can take anything positive away from this game, it's that all of their shots attempted were on goal. So that's something that speaks for their accuracy. Again, after this one, we're going to be seeing Mayfield and Nordonia take on each other for a good old ice hockey matchup. Winner of that playing Gilmore Academy for the next round. I believe, again, for them, it's going to be a second game tomorrow. But Shaker Heights still on the face-off, one of their worst talents as a team. They still, however, had NDCL doubled up at 23-10. NDCL taking their final couple of laps on the ice. Now they are eliminated, and Shaker Heights Hopefully they're going to be able to beat Hudson tomorrow. If not, then it's going to be the final game of their season as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call from the Kent State Ice Arena. We're going to see you tomorrow as Shaker Heights takes on Hudson, and Hudson seeded number 8. We'll see if Shaker can get what is technically an upset. Thanks for joining.